This is a tutorial from learnwebsitedesign.com, and it's going to cover how to create checkboxes within HTML forms. Now first I'm going to show you an example of checkboxes. Now here we have 3 checkboxes, and as you can see I can select or unselect any of the checkboxes. Now I'm going to begin with a blank web page, and then I'm going to go to the HTML document for that web page. Now first thing you want to do when you create checkboxes is create the form using the starting form tag and the ending form tag. Now when you create a checkbox, you're going to want to use the input tag with an attribute of type, and the value for the type attribute should be checkbox. In this case I'm going to create 3 checkboxes, each one with a letter behind it. I save the document, I refresh the document, and I have 3 checkboxes. Now because the purpose of forms is to accept user submitted data and to submit the user submitted data, you're going to want to include 2 other attributes within the input tag. One is going to be the name attribute, and another one, or the other one, is going to be the value attribute. Now the name attribute is going to identify the form data to the script or the application that's going to process the submitted data. And in this example I can put letters as the value for the name attribute, and because the name attribute for each input box in this case, or for each checkbox in this case, is the same, the value is should be for each checkbox should be unique. For example, I can put the value A, the value B, and the value C as the values for the value attributes in each case. Now once again, the name attribute is going to identify the form data to the script or application that's going to process the user submitted information, and the value attribute is going to identify the unique selection that was selected. I'm going to refresh the web page, and notice that at the moment you don't notice any difference, because what happens is when the data is submitted, that is all behind the scenes. Okay, now one other thing you can do is also you can pre-select checkboxes. You do this by including the checked attribute with the value of checked. So in this case, or in this example, the checkbox with the letter B following it is going to be checked by default. So I'm going to refresh the web page, and notice how the checkbox with the letter B is pre-selected.